We are Faith and Truth Christian Center, new to Peoria, Arizona. Come and see what God is building. I promise you, there is a seat just for you. We are here to love you, build you, walk with you, pray with you, teach Bible to you, to increase your faith by teaching the truth. We are Faith and Truth.
Come on, somebody. Great morning. Listen, welcome. I see you, Sister Ratasha. I see you, Minister Shanice. I see you, Minister David Greaves. I see you. Thank you, and thank you for coming on. Drip Nation, what it do? Listen, already. I hope you've already hit the share button. The ones on here, I know you subscribe because you're always on. But share this with somebody else. Let them know. Come on in. Subscribe. Hit the notifications button. When you get in, share it. And then, of course, when you on, love it. Let's go. Sister Kyla, great Monday morning. Yes. Come on. Oh, it's a happy day. It was a long day yesterday. I was a little tired by the end of the night. But today is a new day. Yes, absolutely. I pray everyone woke up the same of saying, you know what, today is a new day. And today is a great day. That's where we should be every day, even if it ain't what you want. Speak life into what you need. That was just a quick jewel right there. I pray you pick that thing up, put it in your pocket, and walk with it. All right, listen, for those getting on for the first time, I am Bishop Designate J.C. Jones. Y'all saw the screen. Bishop Designate J.C. Jones. You saw the screen. It's just for a little while. That consecration is coming up May 29th, Friday, May 29th. And then, of course, listen, get your tickets. Listen, it's a pre-sale. Pre-sale means price change, okay? So pre-sale, it ends March 15th. Please get your tickets. Look at the flyer. It tells you where to send it. There's a Cash App and a Zelle. So it is available to you. Understand, it's going to be worth every penny. It's black tie. Red carpet. Oh yeah, black tie, red carpet. Beautiful venue. Beautiful. Wonderful, delicious, beautifully presented food. Wonderful in your mouth. Music, live music. Dancing. People having some words, some jokes. Maybe a tearful moment here or there. But what I will say, it's going to be a great time. You are going to say, you know what? I ain't had one of them nights in a while. Ching. All right. Well, listen. Allow me to reintroduce myself. Well, you know me. I always say I'm a hip hop baby now. You know, that's from one of the baddest. For me, happens to not governmentally be his name, but he still represents the name Jay. That's a Jay-Z line. Allow me to reintroduce myself. But this is the Faith Drip today. And I'll throw the picture up just so you see it. See that before? Oh, that before picture. Listen, there was a lot going on. Life was heavy. Life was heavy. The stress was real. Oh my goodness. Pain was off the charts. Depression was sitting in. Oh, it wasn't pretty. And then you see the after right now. You hear it. This is my Bible. Listen, nobody that knew that J before would ever thought we be at this J right now. But there was a transformation. Not just, wow, he about to be bishop. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a transformation in up here and in here. And just in my spiritual well-being. Just so I can walk around and say, hey, great morning, great day, great afternoon, and mean that thing. Oh, listen, the old me, that wasn't my language. That wasn't my attitude nor my perspective. But now, I'm not oblivious. Every day may not feel great. Every day will not be identical. Some days it's going to be like, listen, I can't wait for this one to be over. But nonetheless, I'm still going to speak those things that are not as though they were. Because, listen, I will prophesy into my own situation. I don't know about you, but I'm going to speak life into my own situation. Listen, what you going to do? Allow me to reintroduce myself. See, a lot of people know the before picture. And when they see me, think they still dealing with him. No, he gone. Allow me to reintroduce myself. Yeah, some of yous need to be able to say the same thing. But in order for you to say the same thing, there has to be somebody new you're introducing them to. What you say? We gonna walk this thing out and we gonna get there. We gonna walk this thing out. We gonna get there. One more time. We gonna walk this thing out. We gonna get there. All right, listen, you already know what I need. I need 2 readies one time. That's just to make sure you sure that you're sure. When you're ready for me to flip the beat and let's get into the faith drip, just hit me with a ready just one time. Thank you. Hit me with it. Come on, y'all. You just popping on. It is Faith Drip. Here on YouTube. At Faith Truth CC, the Faith and Truth Christian Center channel. There's one. We got one ready. Just give me 2 more. Can I get 2 more? That's all I need. I just like to do it 3. You know, that's something about that 3. I like it. Can I get another? Come on with it. I feel it coming. Bing, bing, bing. I just want them coming in like jackpot. Bing. There it is. Give me that ready. Just one more. Can I get 1 more? And we gonna make the thing do what it do. All right. Here we go. Let's flip it. All right. I'm going to start first in Ephesians. And I'm going to just talk. I'm going to talk on a transparent side. I got scriptures, but I just really want to have a conversation with you all this morning, afternoon for some, depending on what coast you're at or you own. Ephesians 4, I'm going to start at 22 and read to 24. It says, you were taught with regard to your former way of life to put off your old self, which is being corrupted by its deceitful desires, to be made new in the attitude of your minds, and to put on the new self, created to be like God in true righteousness and holiness. Now, most of you may have heard that thing of, you got to die to the old, put on the new, renew your mind and all of those things. And you can be in a place of saying, you know what, I know I don't like the me I see in the mirror. I don't like the me looking back at me. That me is damaged. That me is hurt. That me is still holding on to some past things. That me looking back in the mirror at me hasn't just have wounds or just scars, but wounds that have not yet healed because I won't allow them to heal. It's all types of things that you got to get to the place of saying, you know what? Today is the last day. You have to start one day by first saying and acknowledging today is the last day. Now, you might not know how. Most of the times you will not know how to get to the after picture, but you have to make it up in your mind that the before picture, today is the last day. Now, here it says you were taught. Now, this breaks this down. 20 says that, however, it's not the way of life you've learned when you heard about Christ and were taught in him in accordance with the truth in Jesus, you were taught and blah, blah, blah. Now, maybe you weren't taught at all. So you're hearing this and saying, well, I haven't been taught, but I want to be. So that statement itself is there has to be a desire to not only change, but receive the necessary change so that you can. I'm going to say that one more time. A lot of us want to change, want to be different, want to be in a different place, but you have to be willing to receive change in order to become change. Yeah, listen, if you always turn to him, her, they, and it's always gotten you right back where you are, well, first, how about we receive the change of, how about we stop going to him and her and they that aren't propelling me any further out of the pit I'm in? I got to receive that change. A change in decisions, a change in choices, a change in circles, a change in environment, a change in language, a change in what I'm digesting in here and in here. A change. We understand it physically. Oh, I'm overweight or obese. I have to change what I'm eating. But even then, you may know that, but until you change and are able to receive the change of, I got to figure out, how do I do that? Who can help me do that? You just know you need to change, but aren't able to. It's a whole bunch of people here overweight talking about I need to lose weight. 10 years later, they're still talking about I need to lose weight. They know they need to, but they don't know how to. But I'm talking about a transformation in your spirit, a transformation in your mind, in your heart. You don't have to continue walking around with the depression, the anxiety, the worry. Now, life will always happen. There will always be something that will make you kind of worry. There will always be something that makes you kind of feel away. There'll always be something. But I promise you, with a transformation, you'll find it doesn't last as long. It doesn't have the same weight. It doesn't create the same deepness and scars and wounds. But here's the thing. You have to say, how do I put on the new self? As we started in Ephesians 4, 22 through 24. How do I be made new in attitude of my mind? How do I change my mind? How can I change my mind? And how can I put on a new self created to be like God? Well, who is God? What is God? How does God think? And how does he feel? And how does he treat? How does he talk? How does he walk? What is that? Well, now that means you got to seek the thing that you want. You want change? Now I got to seek change. What does change look like? So that means I need to find someone that's changed. And this is why it starts with God, because God is the originator. God is exactly, it says, Christ said, if you yoke yourself to me, I will make your burden light. Listen, I need some of my burdens to be light. Oh, I need some lighter weight. Please take some of this weight off the bar. Okay, so first I got to get connected. I got to get connected to him. Okay, I get it. So I need to start going to church. I mean, that's a great start. But church is, you might be there 2 hours at the most. There's 20 hours left in the day, and then you still got the rest of the week. So it's not just that. 2 hours a day ain't going to change your mind. 2 hours a day ain't going to change your heart or your spirit. It's a start. It's a start to be around and be able to see other people that are striving. I'm not saying they are, but they are striving to be exactly where you're trying to be. Oh, that's a great start. But then it's more of an introduction to the relationship that you need to have. But once again, I repeat, you have to be willing to receive the change so you can become the change. Oh, that means there's going to be a lot of chiseling away the bulk that has piled up upon you. You ever seen a battery corroded? All of a sudden it just stops working. It ain't no good because stuff has built around the connection points. Corrosion has built around the connection points, stopping the ability to connect, which stops power from flowing. Yeah, see, when we find ourselves dormant or in places that are not conducive to the body, the environment, the spirit in which we created, we can become corroded. And it stops the connection between us and him. And if that connection is stopped, so is change. So is the ability to continue to renew your mind daily. So, I know I'm just talking. Let me go somewhere else real quick. Psalms 51. I'm just going to read 5 through 10. Because this is the understanding of where you are. This is the understanding of who you are. But understand that God understands who you are. God understands, I know where you at. Don't worry. There's a plan for that. It says, Psalm 51, starting in verse 5, surely I was sinful at birth, sinful from the time my mother conceived me. Yet you desired faithfulness even in the womb. You taught me wisdom in that secret place. Cleanse me with hyssop, and I will be clean. Wash me, I will be whiter than snow. Let me hear joy and gladness. Let the bones you have crushed rejoice. Hide your face from my sins and blot out all my iniquity. Create in me a pure heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. Oh, this is a conversation. Once again, turning to God. Create in me a new heart. See, a lot of times the decisions, the crazy, generational bad decisions that we make have a lot to do with our heart, have a lot to do with the damage someone else did to our heart. And now we're repeating the same decisions because we all have the same heart. No, God, I want to be changed. I want to reintroduce myself to someone else. And they say, wow, you different. Yeah, well, first I have to start creating me a new heart. God, I can't do it alone. And I love them and I love them and I respect them and I respect them, but they can only do so much. But you, God, who knew I was toe up from the flow up from the moment I was conceived. It just was what it was, but it don't have to stay how it is because you can change me. The thing I'm talking about here, I keep repeating without saying the word, is relationship. You have to strive for your own personal relationship with him. When you have it, you start to have an understanding of what God is capable of. Oh, that's where the faith comes in. That's when people start calling you crazy, because they see how you're living, they see what you're dealing with, and they put it from the perspective, if it was me, well, it ain't you. Because I have a relationship with my Father, and I know what He can do. I know the pit He can bring me out of. I know the well He can pull me out of. I know the grave He can raise me from. Yeah, I know if it was you, how you would do. But I'm so glad it ain't you, and it's me. Because I have been saying, God, renew my heart and my mind. I have been saying, God, give me the ability to put on the new self, created to be more like you, God, in true righteousness and holiness. God, you said I was created in your image. God, make it become visible to me. Make me like a new minted penny, not the ones I keep finding on the ground. No. I don't know what you got to put me in to get this corrosion, this corrosive material off of me, but put me in it. I'm willing and able to be transformed. I had to get there. I'll be honest with you. I had to get there. I was too smart for my own good. I knew how to fix and do and get out of everything. And you know what I found myself? I found myself in a maze, ending up right back where I started. You seen them movies when they out and they're lost, but they know where they're going, and all of a sudden they realize we've passed this tree 3 times. And something sets in, realization sets in, you know what? I don't know where I'm going. I'm truly lost. Sometimes I say, God, if there's a moment that I've been walking around here passing the same landmarks and not realizing it, God, wake me up to realize that I'm lost. Because it's at that moment that I realized I was lost that I started to ask for help. It's very difficult to ask for help when you think you know where you're going. Who does that? Who stops for directions when they think they know where they're going? Nobody. So God, listen, bring it to my mind. Make me realize if I'm ever in a lost place, in my mind, in my heart, or my spirit, God, make me understand. I don't know what I'm doing or where I'm going. I need to find the creator of the maps. I need to find the real GPS, the God positioning system. I need to understand. I need to stop trying to do this by myself. I had to finally get to a place. And now I can look at old pictures and before pictures, and I can see exactly where I was. Even if I was smiling, I could see that was a fake smile. Oh, listen, that was a hurt man right there. That was a man that was lost. That was a man that was trying to put on and be strong for everybody, but was just broken and crying inside. I remember that one right there. That man was miserable. But I was so used to pretending. I was so used to putting on a facade. I started to believe the image in the mirror. Until one day, I realized I was lost. So lost. Because I had passed the same landmark. Y'all gonna pick this up. I had passed the same landmark so many times. I knew if I knew how to get out, I would have got out by now. And some of you find yourself passing the same landmark of life. I just keep repeating the same cycle. I keep finding myself right back where I started. That's lost. That is the epitome of lost. And that's when you need to cry out, God, I need you to give me a new attitude where I don't feel like I have to do it by myself. I got it. God, give me a new attitude where I'm able to put on the new self. Being able to hear new, receive new, so I can become new. I got one more thing for you. 1 Timothy 4. I'm going to read one verse. Have nothing to do with godless myths and old wives' tales. Rather, train yourself to be godly. It's a thing of not following the deceitful spirits that have been leading you and people around you all this time. It is saying, you know what? In order for me to grow, I got to cut off some things. Yes, I want to grow. Yes, I want to change. Yes, I want to shed this and I shed that. But because what I'm attached to, all of the things I want to lose actually keep growing. God, give me the strength to cut some things off. Give me the strength to leave some things behind. Give me the strength to say, you know what? I can't have nothing to do with that. For some, that will be the hardest decision you make. Stuff that you've been attached to all your life. It's all you know. But at that point, you will come to the realization it's because that I'm attached to that, and that's all I know of why I keep ending up in the same place. It's because I've been listening to you and you and you about go this way that I passed the same landmark 10 times. And I'm just realizing I keep ending up in the same place. You know what? If I want to stop repeating the cycle, if I want to stop coming to the same landmark over and over and over again, it's about time I stop listening to the one giving me the directions. Now, I can tell you a whole lot of scriptures that will show you this and show you that. 1 Timothy 4:7. I can show you this and show you that, but read all of it. Read all of it. Read all of it. Read all of it. But it all starts with you making a decision, looking at you in the mirror and saying, you know what? You, sir, you, ma'am, looking at me, you've been here long enough. It's time for you to go. It's time for me to look at who God created. It's time for me to start looking at joy. It's time for me to start looking at peace. It's time for me to start looking at stress-free. It's time for me to start looking at love. It's time. It's time. And when you finally get to the place of saying it's time, then continue to do the work. There are going to be things trying to stop you daily. But just remember, do you really want to walk around the woods lost 10 more times? Or do you really say, you know what, enough is enough? It's time. I remember when the change finally came. And now I can always walk around and say, allow me to reintroduce myself, because there are still people out there that only know the before. And it's not trying to prove somebody wrong. It's about, let me show you how it happened. Let me show you it's possible. Because I want you to walk around and reintroduce yourself to somebody else too. Listen, that's the drip today. I just wanted to introduce the possibility, the change. It's not only possible, but it is by all means yours. if you want it. So receive change today. That's the drip. That's the drip. I pray God drip something on you today. And you pick that thing up and walk with it. And look in the mirror and find where you need to be transformed. And just say, God, make me new. And give me the strength to keep pushing through the process. I say, allow me to reintroduce myself. And next year, I'll say it again, because God still has growth for me. Next year, I'll say, allow me to reintroduce myself. Hey, May 29th, consecrated, allow me to reintroduce myself. The new year kicks in. Allow me to reintroduce myself. Just because it's Tuesday, allow me to reintroduce myself, because every day I renew my mind daily. Allow me to reintroduce myself. Remember, God is always walking with you. I promise you, every single time. He always will. It's all peace and love from me to you. God bless.